and it is Frye Festival time once again this year, and we have two excellent guests. We have Diane Newton, the new director of the Frye Festival, as well as we have Monica Bolduc, who is the poet flyer for the Frye Festival later this month. So we'll get to what poet flyer means in a second, but Diana, we'll start with you. What's it like for you to come into this festival as a new director? What's it like coming in as a new set of eyes?
It's a fantastic experience. I'm honored and proud to be the new executive director. I was not an expected career change, but I saw an ad for an executive director at the Frye Festival, and I read up about it. I read all the reports that were available, and I was absolutely wowed by the commitment of donors, of the board of directors, and I knew that it honored Northrop Frye. I'm a huge fan. He's an incredibly well-known and Canadian literary critic, and I thought, with my background in book publishing as a professional editor, a writing coach, a book publishing consultant in Canada and overseas, that this was the perfect opportunity for me to come and contribute my expertise to a festival that's been running so well for 19 years. This is the 19th edition. Next year will be our 20th anniversary. And there's so much goodwill in Moncton. I'm really wowed by our partners, our government partners at federal level, at the provincial level, at the municipal level, corporates. And it's festival time indeed. You walk down on Main Street, you've got the banners hanging that say Frye. The buses are running their ads. Frye Festival says connect with great writers and discover wonderful books, rencontrer des écrivains fascinants, découvrir de merveilleux livres, because this is a bilingual festival. That's unique, that's absolutely wonderful. And bilingualism in Moncton is really generous and beautiful. And we have a fantastic lineup of authors. And I have the support of a fantastic team, all the way from production team to especially people like Monica Bolduc, who's going to be our poet flyer. And we're bringing 34 authors into Moncton. Their tickets are bought. They're probably packing their bags. The Delta has reserved all the rooms for them. Yeah, they're
as excited as we are.
I believe they are. We're in touch with them by email, and they can't wait to come there. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. So I'm super excited. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'll say thank you to everybody on the board of directors and who have welcomed me here, and everybody's been so supportive. Yeah,
now you got all the official stuff out of the way, and now we can let our hair down and get down to business. I know that you haven't seen this festival come in from start to finish yet, obviously this year, but has it been what you've expected so far?
Absolutely. We have a programming committee who puts together a list of authors. So we started working with them as soon as I came last August. Some very, very talented people on that committee, including the president, of course, of the board of directors, Suzanne Cyr, and the chair and the vice chair, who is Chantal Bellemare, who's the director of the Moncton Public Library. We are following last year's pattern. This is not a year for experiments. It's a festival that's run so smoothly with so much experience that you're not going to see a lot of changes. Everything has just been wonderful, from our graphic artist who has done the look for this year. It's a blue look. To our printers who have printed out 2,800 copies of the program for us. To all the authors who are excited to come and have accepted our invitations with pleasure, to the theatres where we've booked places, and all our incredible partners. So absolutely, this has been a wonderful experience.
That's awesome. That's great to hear already. Hopefully that opinion is still the same by the end of the 28th.
I'm sure it will be.
That's great news. If you want more details, by the way, on the Frye Festival, it's frye.ca, April 21st to the 28th. Monica, now we get to you. You are the poet flyer this year. Who better to ask what exactly a poet flyer is than the one who is currently the poet flyer? What exactly is a poet flyer?
I will let you know at the end of the festival. I guess for me, the way I see it, because it's a tradition that's been there for a few years now. I don't think it's been there since the beginning of the festival, but it's been installed for quite a few years, and it's just somebody that's always kind of there, that just floats around from one event to another and kind of always makes an appearance and has something to do or to say that is, I don't know, out of the box, I would say. And for me, it's going to be contrary to what they want to do. It's going to be a new experience for me, and I'm going to try all sorts of new things, stuff that I wouldn't do usually, because when you go to a poetry reading, you try to not clash too much with the others, and you try to, you know, be classy and nice, I guess. But I think I'm going to go crazy a bit this week.
Go a little bit crazy. Do you practice your creeping around? Do you practice yelling in groups?
Yep.
Is there any kind of preparation coming into this?
Keyboard. I don't play keyboard at all, but I have this old Casio keyboard from the 80s, which makes the weirdest sounds on earth, and I'm going to be using that.
Okay.
And I've been shopping around at thrift stores and just trying to go crazy a bit with my look and so. Yeah.
Make it happen. Yeah.
Exactly.
So at least you're embracing the role anyway, from the sounds of things.
Trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also really excited for the opportunity.
Yeah, that's awesome. So from what I've heard, is you're kind of a little bit new on the scene, at least, because you've been a published poet for just a couple of years now. So what has this whole experience really been for you?
Well, it's a really nice atmosphere. I'm used to the theater atmosphere also, because I just finished my my theater degree actually a few days ago, and
but congratulations, first of all.
Thank you. And yeah, I've been getting into poetry a few years back, but I've been first published in 2014 in a couple little things. But my first book was published last year in 2017, and it's just been wonderful. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. You know how that happens sometimes. I did my first poetry reading at Université de Moncton. Just randomly, my friend was organizing it, and Serge Patrice Thibodeau, which is the director of Les Éditions Personnages, was there. And he liked what I did, and he, since then, has given me all these amazing opportunities. And to hold your first book...
The rest was history.
Yeah, exactly. To hold your first book in your hands for the first time is it's quite a feeling.
And so, Diana, we'll go back to you, because I know it's chocked full.
It is.
For a 7-8 day stretch of just amazing celebration of literature. Maybe you can highlight a couple of things that you would definitely point out. We've got about 3.5 minutes, so maybe you can don't go too crazy, but maybe we can get on in there and say a couple of interesting events.
We do have a total of 44 events, and I'd love to tell you about each and every one of them, because I would love everybody to just be able to have the privilege of taking a vacation for the entire time and just going from one event to the other. But I'll focus on a few. Kids Fest on Saturday, the 21st of April. This is from 9:30 to 12. Kids 5 to 12, and at the Public Library and the Atrium Blue Cross Center. Tons of activities for children, a great big word fest, bingo games, and every child will get a book thanks to the TD book giveaway. And following right on that same day, an event called The Boy on the Beach that I feel particularly honored to include in this year's festival. Some of you may remember this very poignant image of a young refugee boy, Alan Kurdi, a Syrian refugee who washed up dead on the shore of a Turkish beach a couple of years ago. His aunt has written her memoirs about this. I've read the book. It's poignant. It's beautiful. She has no bitterness. She wants to plant a seed of hope in our hearts. That event takes place at Théâtre l'Escaouette. An event on the Sunday I would love to draw your attention to is André Picard, the Globe and Mail health columnist. He's going to be speaking about his book with a very strong title, Matters of Life and Death, about issues in the Canadian healthcare system and our issues as a country in Canada dealing with health. The Breadwinner on Sunday the 22nd of April with Deborah Ellis, well known. She's going to be at the Moncton Public Library. I would like to mention an event that is fun, that's called Brains on Tap. It's a literary quiz. You get together as a group and you answer questions about literature in general. You don't have to know everything about the books of the authors this year. You team up for prizes. There are marquee events always. One is Soirée Frye, which is on the Friday, April the 27th. It's at the Capitol Theatre, where we will have 4 authors accompanied by invited musical guests, Joseph Edgar and Laura Sauvage. Frye Jam is the closing event at the Aberdeen Cultural Centre. We've got 6 authors: Biz, Joey Como, Eva Crocker, Danielle Dugas from here, Siobhan Gallagher, also from Moncton, currently living in New York but coming back, Janice Geneves, who's come all the way from Latvia, where they're celebrating their 100th anniversary, and Erika Soucy. And in between those days, there's lots more.
There's lots more to check out. That is at frye.ca. You can get the full details. We had some of it on there on the screen. You can get the full ID. You can get your tickets for the events that need tickets. You can RSVP for the events that need RSVP. You can get more details on the events that are free as well. And if they're looking for, if you're interested in volunteering as well, check out frye.ca as well. So with that, thank you so much, Monica. Thank you so much, Diana. And certainly we are looking forward to learning more and more about the Frye Festival and checking out all the events that they have to offer. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hope to see lots of you at the festival.
Absolutely.